Have you ever wondered what's the difference between debit and credit cards? Join us today as we break down the basics and help you decide which card is best for you. Hey everyone, welcome to Banker's Vault. Today, me and Tran are going to explore the differences between two common plastic companions in our wallets. What might those companions be? Well, the debit and credit card. So if you've ever wondered about the pros and cons of each, stick around today because that's all we're talking about. So let's start with debit cards. They are like your trusty piggy bank. When you use a debit card, you are spending your own money directly from your bank account. It's like having a magic wallet that's always stocked with cash. With a debit card, the money is immediately deducted from your account when you make a purchase. It is a straightforward way to manage your spending and without worrying about going into debt.
So let's talk about credit cards. So credit cards function more like a small loan machine. So when you use a credit card, you're borrowing money from the credit card company to make that purchase that you're looking to make. Unlike debit cards, with a credit card, you're not spending your own money, but what you're doing instead is you're taking out a loan, essentially, that you need to repay at a later date. Okay, and it's usually with interest. You want to avoid paying the interest, but generally, if you pay it at a much later date, there is interest involved in it.
Now let's take a closer look at the pros and cons of each card. So with debit cards, they're great because you're spending money that you already have. So there's no risk of really going into debt. Plus, they help you stick to your budget because you can only spend what's in your account. However, they may offer less fraud protection and it won't really help you build your credit. Think of it like this. A debit card is like a piggy bank. You can only spend what you have saved up.
Okay, so on the other hand, with credit cards, they are convenient and they do offer perks like rewards or cashback or points. But it is very easy to overspend with a credit card and get hit with interest charges if you don't pay off that balance in time. So typically you want to pay off the balance at end of each month. So if you don't do that and you let the balance remain beyond that month, then that's where you get hit with interest, okay? So relying too much on credit cards can lead to debt and financial stress, and you want to avoid that by all costs because that actually makes you take a step backwards when it comes to building financial wealth and freedom. It's important to remember that while credit cards are flexible, they do come with risks. And so you have to manage that risk carefully.
So whether you prefer the simplicity of spending your own money with a debit card or the flexibility of borrowing with a credit card, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons and choose what's best for you in your financial situation. Another important point to consider is that it's all based on your habits of spending and your financial knowledge as well. So building those good habits in the beginning is essential, whether it's a debit card or a credit card, because those habits will stick with you for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in learning more about financial independence and how you can do this, here's a great book to read.